there's also a thing to be said.
Or Instagram posts, man. Like it's just mind-boggling. I gotta say this. I'm sorry, Phil. Like I gotta like.
Go ahead.
It's just that I know that people are concerned. I get the point. I get the intentions. I get why they're doing it, but it doesn't change anything. It doesn't. It just makes you okay. It's just I swear to God, 99% of the people that post about like events that happen, for example, like the death of Dante, right?
Yeah.
Like so some people just post about it because they feel pressured to post about it. They feel like obligated. They feel obligated to talk about it because if you don't, like you're some sort of like weirdo, or like you're some sort of, or you're a guy that evil. Like exactly, you know, or people that like post about like poverty. I'm like, okay, don't post about poverty. Help.
Yeah, like help. Actually actively
like, go donate. Yeah, exactly. Go give food to the homeless or something. You want to help poverty?
Because like raising awareness is like it's like saying like we know this. Like it's like saying like the world doesn't know this.
Not everyone knows.
Like it knows. Like I see it all the time. Like stories about like it's people. I swear it's people that don't do anything. They just post on social media and they think that they're helping. But like I get why people post. Like trust me, I know why. But it does. You could do so much more. Like if you actually like believe that you can help. There's other ways you can do that, you know?
Yeah, well, I don't
think they just stop themselves.
Yeah, I don't think just posting is what changes the world, but at least for people that are in your own direct environment, I think there is usefulness. Well, because what Daryl said as well, he said that that starting with a change within yourself, right? So once you've done a change within yourself, what's the next thing? Your environment. Your environment is who's directly talking to you, right? So let's say you're in a community, an ethnic community with very conservative mindset. How do you change things? Well, one by one, you try to enlighten people onto your cause. You try to show them why what you believe in is worth believing in, right? So in this day and age, I don't think it's like a big surprise that people turn to the internet for that. It's just a very quick, very easy way to show things. And I'm not going to say that everyone who has ever done this this practice is 100% like right on the money. They know necessarily what they're posting about. But I think to disregard the act itself is a bit bad faith. You know, it's like just thinking
like you don't have to post to care. That's the thing. That's the thing that I have to explain this. I really have to explain this.
That's true.
I know people that don't post a single thing.
I don't.
Every year, I don't either. You know, I hear the news. I know what's going on. And whether I could help in any situation, I will, you know, with the best of my capabilities. I don't need to brag about it. I don't need to post about it. It's bragging. I'm telling you, like most people do it not because they care about whatever happened. They just do it because they want to self-satisfy themselves. Yeah. They want to like satisfy their own like
they want to feel validated. Like, they want to feel validated.
Exactly. They want to feel like they actually meant something.
There are people like that. But I think
they do nothing.
Resuming the entire act as being just represented by those people undercuts the reason why the act is being done.
No, right? I get that. Yeah,
there are people. Yeah, that is true. I think there are people like that. But I think it's more productive. Like we've said, the most important thing in this case is being productive at what we're trying to attain. And it's more
people at protests, peaceful protests. That's productive. Like that's something you can do. You wanna say something. You wanna like share your idea. You wanna support something that's right. Go protest. That's the right thing to do. Like, don't tell me posting a post talking about this is protest. It's not protest. Protest also when you go to the actual.
Also, the thing is when you do like confront some of these people who post stuff and you actually want to know what their ideas are because they like to share these ideas, right? They don't really have like real ideas in the sense that
they didn't even have an opinion.
Yeah, exactly. It's
very much shared it.
It's very much sort of like, oh, because to me it feels that way. It's okay. I mean, I get that stuff, but like, why do you think that other people are? It's like sort of like only seeing one side of the picture, kind of a thing, right? So when you're sharing it, it's like, oh look, these are my ideas, but I'm not interested in yours.
Well, that
Yeah,
depends
just read what I have to
what is
say.
being
You don't have to
discussed.
say anything else. Yeah, fuck. No, bro.
Well, I'll counter that by saying that if, like, let's say someone posts something about George Floyd, and then you respond by you DM the person and you say, "Hey, I'm interested in discussing with you. I think that George Floyd is
No, yeah,
no, you think it's justified what
yeah,
happened, you know?"
yeah.
I don't think the other person is going to be very receptive towards you.
No, I get that, but I'm saying like,
Emotionally involved, right? It's a very emotional situation, which you can't really like extrapolate emotion
sure.
from
The
But
only
the thing,
thing you can do in
but the thing is,
situations like this,
check. Because like, remember back when the whole BLM movement first started, there was a whole hashtag post where just they posted a black picture or whatever. They're following
Yeah,
yeah,
a certain page right on Instagram, and
the
then like,
stupidest shit I've ever seen in my
but
life.
the thing is, after like not even a day, not even a day, they realized that they're following the wrong thing, and so that they were sort of blocking all of the actual real posts by
yeah,
posting black. Those
That's
people,
why it is the stupidest shit.
those people happen to be the ones that are sharing all of these stuff, but then they were counterproductive to the actual movement.
yes, yeah. In that case, you're absolutely correct.
That's why
Ask anyone that posts this stuff. Ask anybody. I tell you. Ask him. Did you attend the BLM protest, or did
like,
you say anything about the BLM? He's like, no, I never
but
went.
that's for me, like,
Why'd you post it then?
the thing for me, like, I understand like Phil's point where it's sort of it's a really good
Stupidity,
method
man.
to raise awareness and sort of like to show to tell the world about the actual problems that that we're dealing with, and sort of, I guess, like, bringing more support in the sense.
But
Yeah.
raising
to the
awareness
movement.
is a good thing. It depends. Like, look,
But
it depends the intentions. If the intent is to raise awareness about something that, like, people don't know about it, like, you have to inform people, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's okay.
Right.
But
But
just posting because it's a trend, just because everybody's doing
Yeah.
it, doesn't validate it as raising awareness. You understand?
I don't know if it's because I'm a cynic or perhaps maybe it is, but like, for me, like, I feel like majority of the people are just saying it because, oh look, I'm popular now. Look, I'm
Just
part
to
of
be
the movement.
cool, or just to be cool, man.
I deeply
Whatever the reason is.
sympathize with you, Daryl, for your very cynical beliefs. I'm really sorry that you have to live in that world. I'm glad that I live in a world, or I believe in a world where I don't think that it's a 50% thing. I'd like to believe, and from what I've encountered, and at the end of the day, uh, once again, if it's all about productivity,
Sure.
does it matter why?
No, if it's all for
I'm willing to
productivity, yeah.
challenge you guys about that if you have different opinions, but does it matter why? If at the end of the day it gets the job done and it doesn't hurt anyone, like
Sure.
in this
Well, it
case,
doesn't do anything.
means justify the ends. It's just, oh, does someone like being a bit of a like glory hog or being a bit of a like wanting
Okay.
some good attention?
Let me ask you guys a question. I want to ask you guys a question. Does posting the black font picture on Instagram, did it change anything? Did it save anybody?
And that's
Aren't they still died?
and that says actually quite the opposite, I think.
People still die. It didn't solve anything. Whatever they're
Yeah.
doing right now isn't helping the cause. Like, for like when they were like posting like BLM with
Yeah,
the
black,
with the black font. Remember
Right.
that they posted on
the
Instagram?
hell hashtag, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it didn't help. Like, it doesn't help. It's just a trend. It's just,
Thing is,
how do I explain this? How do I explain
get
this? It's like,
but those people, if they retain, if anyone retains anything from that demonstration, then there will be more people at the next protest. Because ultimately, yeah, the social media aspect is just trying to get some partisans to show up at the protests eventually.
you can post about the event. You can post about, like, okay, we're gonna have a
Or
protest
about
in
what's
this
going
location
on
about
with
this.
people directly, because
Yes.
like the reason why people post directly, like like there's these posts that in stories sometimes that it's like graphic image you have to like click
Yeah.
to see it. I
Mhm.
like that because at least it doesn't like
Yeah, it's like
forcibly traumatize
trigger
people.
Yeah.
warning. It's a trigger warning type thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that.
Viewer
I
discretion
glad
is
that was
advised, kind of. Yeah.
but yeah, I think that allows people to then interact and then see the footage and like make their own minds up
Yeah.
about how they feel about it.
Consensually see it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So I don't see anything wrong with that. But I do get that if it's all about the protest, remember to put a link to the protest. Remember to point that there is a protest. Don't just say
Yeah. Just like
things are bad, because we get a lot of that. That is true.
yeah.
No, you know what you could do? Like I've seen people that actually has done a lot of good things to people that have been affected by police brutality. Like for example, donating to Dante families,
Yeah.
like donating money to them to help support like his family, whatever. That's a good thing. I find it very productive.
Yeah.
What else? Like raising awareness by like going to peaceful protest about it. You know,
There's another thing.
things like that is fine, but posting like
this
like
this this
BLM matters with like the fists like this.
yeah, this reminds me. This reminds me a lot of the
That's
ice
nothing.
bucket challenge, where it just became a fucking fun thing to have fun.
You know what? That was
and then
fun.
and
That
then they
was
would do it-
fun because I got to nominate you.
But the thing is, they didn't do it right. The thing is, you have to put the whole point is to put a lot of ice and for it to chill there, for it to be
Yeah.
cold, instead of just putting like two pieces of ice and like, oh look, oh, I'm soaked. It's like for me, like it's not a sort of, it's more of a mockery, sort of taking something that's real and saying, oh look, we made a fun gag out of it. Meanwhile, people are actually suffering out of it. It's sort of
Yeah,
like,
that is a
disrespectful.
good ethical question about like, is it dehumanizing the impact of the initial problem? That's a fair issue. I think once again it's all about measuring like, is this a cost? Is this
Yeah.
like what at the end of the day, if the goal, which I think most people would agree is the productive, progressive like change in society, right?
Sure.
I think most protests would agree
We'd
with
hope, yeah, we'd hope that was their motive.
Hope so. Then in that case, I think we could agree that most would say that as long as the cost is not too great, then most actions are viable.
Sure.
So that's a bit where my stance would be on that.